What people will believe, because the campaigners do their best to keep putting this message out, is that Grouse Moors are Raptor deserts and everything with big wings and hooked beaks gets killed. It couldn't be further from the truth. People should actually come to these places rather than believe what they read on Twitter. Gamekeepers are working around raptors every single day, all species. They are here because there is a food source. They have grouse, small birds, voles and the like, and more mountain hares than anywhere else. There's plenty for them to eat. The golden eagle population today is now the highest ever on record in Scotland. When the Moorland group started out, the gamekeepers started taking videos and pictures of the raptors when they were out and about. Before, they didn't think about it. There are so many they take it for granted, but now they show the public, who don't ever get to hear about it otherwise. The only thing the public hear is wildlife crime. Wildlife crime is not committed by all gamekeepers. Wildlife crime is definitely wrong, but it is a small minority. We are talking a tiny percentage of gamekeepers in Scotland committing wildlife crime. Because campaign groups can fit satellite tags with no independent monitoring, these campaign groups can make claims which fit their agenda. These then go unchallenged. That cannot be right, and the public needs to know the truth through greater transparency. Of course, persecution may be a reason, amongst others, but it seems no wild bird ever dies naturally anymore, even though we know a very large percentage of species like eagles die in their first year. People talk about a licensing system for grouse because of wildlife crime. But now, because of the new Animals and Wildlife Bill, people commit raptor crime, they are looking at 5 years in prison. Even disturbing a nest could get you 5 years in jail. If anyone is thinking about making the wrong decision, 5 years will certainly wake them up. Some people wouldn't recover from that. Their working lives would be ruined forever. What Scottish Parliament has done with the penalties will have a massive impact. Not only that, police have been given new powers to investigate things like surveillance and extra time to bring cases. This is what the campaign groups wanted. They've been given it. If you've got these massive penalties to punish people, and then you help people who are having genuine problems, you're going to reduce these crimes even further. By looking at species control licences, like Professor Werrity's review group recommended, you're going to change behaviours. That is what is needed, and that is what the Werrity report wanted. With the stiffest penalties ever, and the ability to help people through species control options, you're tackling the crime and the cause of the crime. You don't need a Grouse Moor licensing system. That doesn't address the root cause. When you start getting the real problems and people doing the wrong thing is when predation pressure builds up so high. It's not just the raptors or one type, it's the combinations of all the mouths on the moor. But it shouldn't get that far. There are licensing options, many non-lethal ones open to land managers in law, they never get used or granted. If that was more flexible, as Professor Werrity pointed out, then you're punishing hard the people who are taking the law into their own hands, but you're giving the people looking to do the right thing and manage in the best way real options, and that's what needs to happen. This is the bit which has been missing all this time. This is the time to make that work in conjunction with these new jail penalties and increased powers to investigate. It will also bring the shooting groups on board as well.